People say a lot. So I watch what they do. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what do we got going on tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, quite the roller coaster over the last few days, but if you haven't seen the price and you're just tuning back into me, and just like me, haven't been here for 4 days, right where we've been, right? Price got up there, right? Broke through $10,000, depending on where you were, depends on how high it got. Price came smashing back down into the 8,600 area, climbing back up. Other side of 9,500 right now. Of course, people are speculating on the price. People are speculating on what's going to happen. If you want the price of Bitcoin to be higher than $10,500, what are you doing to help show the world the value of Bitcoin? What is happening right now that we can start turning the average everyday person who pretty much doesn't have a job, right? Because we got 40 million unemployed. What are we doing to get them in Bitcoin? Because that's where the value is going to come from. It's not just going to be like, oh, well, the halvening came and the supply, and we have, all of these big institutional investors buying up Bitcoin in the background. And that's not what this is about. This is about the revolution. This is about changing what we trade for goods and services to give us back power instead of this paper dollar bill that's completely 100% manipulated and being shown true every single day recently. So it's a matter of focus. People talk about old Bitcoiners and this and that. People washed out, walked away. Well, why is that? Because Bitcoin didn't make them rich? Well, what did they do to help make the world a better place with Bitcoin? Right? Everything's always a two-way street. All right. We have our wonderful, lovely, and always here with us lately, co-host Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
Sammy, you got a little bit of a frown. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm tired.
Tired? You don't like to come out here late at night?
I don't.
Oh. Well, then we'll have to do this earlier. I brought up that
I like the lights. I do like the lights. Could we just do it at like 5 a.m. or something when there's no lights either?
Well, talked about doing it in the car.
That's true. Or the bus.
As we're going down the road. It could work. So, do we got anybody in the chat? Do you feel like you got a purpose? We do not have anybody in the chat. I'm just that crazy person out here ranting about this magical internet money and how we all need to get involved with it because the decentralized purpose of it gives us the power.
Oh, RJ says, nice to hang out with you both again.
RJ, I'm glad that you're here, my friend. As always, if you guys are watching it on the uptake later on, comment. I check it out. I got a little bit to talk about here tonight. Pretty much, I just wanted to get out here. Everyone's always confused when the price starts doing things like this, trying to figure out what's happening. Should I buy? Should I sell? Stay the course, right? You're in Bitcoin for a reason. Things are the same as they've always been. And I heard a little bit about people are starting to carry Bitcoin signs during the protesting.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, what?
Yeah. Wow.
A little interesting. Yeah. Right?
The revolution's real. I keep talking about how that this has been the best revolution so far, that you're not out causing violence, right? And you're not really having to get out there and have violence done unto you.
We're looting on a whole new level.
You're taking away their power by hitting them at their base layer, the money. We heard somebody else saying it, just like I've said it so many times before, separation of state and money. Just like we had the separation of state and church.
Yeah, that was funky. Because, yes, when we were kids, it wasn't. And then by the end, yes. Nowhere can you do anything. Yep.
So, if you want to make the future a better place, how are we spreading awareness? How are we out there telling people? Where's the fun to get us our Super Bowl commercial, right? Why are we not popping up on the side of every Amazon ad? And
Man, all you need would be like one whale, and you could do a Super Bowl commercial. Right? They're like 2 million or something, or
I don't know. It seems
Come on now.
like Bitcoin makes mainstream headlines only for bad reasons, right? You know, when they talk about ransomware and, you know, like dark market stuff, or you hear about it when the price is super high, but that's usually the problem, right? You don't want to buy when it's super high. You don't want to know about Bitcoin when it's only $20,000. You want to know about Bitcoin back when it was $3,800, right?
No.
Nobody was saying, hey, this is the time to buy. It's the bottom of the bear market. No, they were saying, hey, we could go to $1,000. Who knows?
Crypto Logician is here. He says that he's drinking a large cup of coffee right now.
Awesome. I'm glad that you're here having a cup of coffee with us. I appreciate it. Crypto Magician.
Logician.
Yeah,
he's in here all the time. He's an old schooler from a very long time ago. I like all of the, I don't know. As long as I can pronounce your little handle thing, then I like it.
If I can pronounce your handle, I like you.
No, man. Sometimes it's real hard, okay? People get real creative.
So I wrote down a couple statistics here that I guess I should ramble off.
Oh, Josh is here too. He says he's lurking.
Josh, nice. Thanks for lurking, my friend. Hit the thumbs up, share it out. I see you've been over there doing some work with your Eternity stuff. You guys got to go over and check out his channel. Always doing good stuff over there. So we seen that the price of Bitcoin got up to $10,430 Monday night at Bitstamp. So that was our highest.
Okay.
Of course, Coinbase went down.
That sounded like thunder. What? I love Florida crazy.
Heat lightning.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll go with that.
It's kind of muggy tonight.
All right. So
Coinbase went down. Standard, predictable.
Really, you don't
right?
say.
I know. It's just that when you look at Coinbase and you see that they're holding 1 million Bitcoins, right, that belong to users, and you deny them access to their Bitcoin frequently when the price of Bitcoin pumps or drops more than 5%.
At this point, I'd be surprised if Coinbase functioned correctly during a spike or a drop. It would be awesome.
Sometimes people say people in the cryptocurrency space are over paranoid, right?
Well,
and
I'm not saying
the word market manipulation gets thrown around too much. Things like this help you to believe this. You know, when Coinbase, holding 1 million Bitcoins, constantly is denying users access to their Bitcoin and trading platform during the swings.
It's very easy to get the whole little like conspiracy feeling going.
Well, let's see, what else have I got? I got that the price over at BitMEX went from $10,180 down to $8,600. That's a 14% drop in all of 15 minutes.
Okay.
Now I got a trio of answers, right? Whales, moments before moved a large cache of Bitcoin to BNB and BitMEX. So, you know, dumping, whales dumping. Then we have that we haven't had a long squeeze in a while, right? Then we start looking at stuff like it's the year resistance of that 10,500, and then we were being rejected once again because Bitcoin's not ready to get up over this barrier.
You gotta love it. I mean, I could be persuaded to say that it's like the quarter moon or something. I mean, who knows, right? You know, for whatever reasons.
I'm just saying, why would the price of Bitcoin be any different today than it was yesterday, than it was the day before? Does Bitcoin have any more real, tangible value? It's a motion detector.
I know. I was thinking I could throw something at it that I thought maybe that wasn't a good idea. I had a two-thought moment, okay? I was all like, throw something. Then I was like, ooh, maybe not. Because our cars are relatively close, and I'm not a good thrower. That'd be the time, right? Yes. My little rock, you know, and a windshield. It would be my windshield. All right, Benjamin is here.
Benjamin, buddy, nice. I'm glad that you're here, my friend.
He says, mostly sideways, then Bart up, then sideways, then Bart down, and then sideways. Toddlers just roll their eyes and say, here we go again. I mean, you gotta love it. Yes, first off, I love the terminology of technical analysis. I don't actually care what the squiggles. I do. I do like the Bart Simpson this and the golden swan that and the this. And
I mean, but here in the cryptocurrency space, we've invented our entire own series of patterns because, I mean,
right?
Where else are you going to see swings that are as crazy volatile as you see here in the, Bitcoin and altcoin space?
I'm waiting for the unicorn pattern where like there's just a gigantic one spike, like the horn. You get what I'm saying? Yes, All right. RJ gave us $13.99 in a super chat.
Amazing,
Canadian
my
monies.
friend. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Let me go through my whole thing as I usually do. We are totally a not-for-profit organization. All the money that we get to this channel, we took down the donational address. We use it in some way in order to try to get back to Bitcoin. As you can see, I am actually wearing the shirt from one of the times we went out and passed out flyers. We like to get off to EDM music festivals. We like to put flyers that turn people onto Bitcoin in their hands, try to send them in the right direction. We had one planned, but the virus and all that good stuff has us canceled and shut down. So we do appreciate your super chat. We are hoarding the money that we're collecting at the moment to... I don't know. I'd like to try to salvage something at the end of this year because it does look like there will be a possible things going on in the end, October, November, December. But at the same time, it's like they're not the ones I want. It's hard to tell
because, and also, I mean, there's a lot that are still just like up in the air, which we're also like, well, okay, they haven't said no yet. So, I mean, but at any point, I guess they could just be like, oh, no, social distancing.
Yeah, but then it's also by the time they say yes, it would be a crunch to make it happen. It's like, oh, they said yes. Now we have 75 or 80 days to get swag and flyers and tickets and be prepared.
Well, I mean, we do have the bus, so that does help. I mean, on the fly-by flyers likeness,
Fly-by flyers, we'll overnight them.
We're a little bit, closer. He says, RJ, in his says, tough as a trader at this market, buy long or sell short, that he's been taken to the cleaners, but he's having fun.
Well, I'm glad that you're having fun, my friend. You're doing something better than most of us could because I know that trading never seems to work for me.
Man, if it brings you joy, then yes.
But it is about why are you here? Trading is one of the great aspects of it. It's just that I'm here for the revolution. Like, I really find passion in it to think that I am taking part, by physically holding Bitcoin and trading fiat cash for it. The fact that I'm getting out here and becoming a revolutionary fighter by trying to tell you guys how great it is and turn you on to it and hold your private keys and all that good stuff. I mean, this is how it's going to happen. Like, this is how we're going to make the changes.
Like, because we are people.
Oh, we're people
persons. People persons. We're going to go with people persons. That sounds the most accurate to the English language. That's what we think our niche is and what we think we're actually relatively good at because we've tried trading and woo, that was not fun for us. I mean, there was just a lot of, man, we should have blankety blanked, whatever it was, stayed up late, woke up early, picked a different something. I mean, so it got tired real quick where it was like, so which one did we not pick right this time?
Right. It's easy to get rich when you look backwards on the chart.
Yes. Man, hindsight is a bitch. All right, Vincent says that he does not trade. If I lose, I lose. But if I win, I have to hand a bunch of my gains over to the IRS. The short-term capital gains. And I'm not paying that. I feel you. I do feel you.
And there are lizards running around on the ground.
That's cool. Because I was thinking bigger reptile-y things.
Right.
Well, Eugene killed a snake. Not a poisonous one, we don't think. But it was the dog was trying to kill it. But it was in with our chickens. So now I'm all snake terrified. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So I do have another topic tonight.
Woo-hoo!
Nice. Besides the price. That's awesome. We got R Evil. We've talked about them before on and off. They're one of those ransomware hacker groups that's out there that operates on the dark web. I'm
guessing they're bad.
Well, I mean, bad is a suggestive term,
right?
But so they're out there and they went ahead and they've activated their auction feature on their dark web stuff.
Auction.
And right now, up for auction is a Canadian company's information that they've collected through ransomware. And it says that their next bit of information that they're going to ransom off is Madonna's information.
Ooh.
Because supposedly there's been a whole slew of information that was collected during a ransomware attack that happened on a high profile, like, entertainment law firm.
Okay,
So there's,
they
like,
got all their stuff,
yes,
and
and
now
there's
I
always
gotcha.
this whole, that tabloid gossip. You know more about this stuff than I know, but there's all that stuff that we don't know about, right? That gets handled by
of course,
lawyers.
when they're just all like, oh, so blankety blank had a lawsuit, but it was settled outside of court. What do you think does those things? Like,
right. Well, they apparently have tons of this information. They are extorting the people, ransomware and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. People are saying that this is possibly them finding a way to put more pressure on the situation. Even if the Canadian company that's up right now doesn't go ahead and pay enough money to get it, it puts more pressure on Madonna when they do. And then when, they release that information, who's next?
Right.
Because
they got,
when I read this article, they just started giving off a list of possible information that they had to collect it from.
Right. They would just keep going until somebody was all like, oh, crap, I don't want them to know that I paid blankety blank to shut their mouth. Like, yeah.
Still continuing along, though, it's this escalation of what they're willing to do to extort information out of these people to get financial gains.
Well, I don't know, because it was time is hard for me to measure, but we're going to go with like under 6 months ago that we almost all of the news was somebody doing some kind of ransomware or some kind of something.
It was a little more than 6 months ago, especially when they were attacking all the cities.
But I mean, who knows if that's like, yes, because if you have these things, you don't show all your cards. You just put a couple out there and then you're like, pay me, or it gets worse. So who knows? I get the idea. You find all the dirt that the people don't want anybody else to know. And you say, well, then.
Well, all right, for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, right? Idolizing or something. But when I think about a hacker, I don't think about an impulsive person.
No.
Right. So when you're talking about a non-impulsive person,
yeah, they're more like a poisoner, like that everyday little
they're
bit.
Playing the long game.
Yeah.
So they're just looking to make sure that they cover their bills and shooting for the long term with the Bitcoin. Right. They're going to continue to keep extorting these people.
Oh, I'm sure, especially if somebody pays, if this works, like if they get money out of it. Oh, yeah. Right. That's why nobody negotiates with terrorists and whatnot, is because once you pay one of them, then ta-da, everybody's getting a finger in the mail. Yeah.
So what do you guys got going on? What are you guys thinking tonight about the cryptocurrency space? Are you guys all stressed out about the price being below $10,000? You think that we're going to see a swing to the upside? I seen that people are thinking that we could not be heading into the big bull market that was anticipated post-halvening. By most people's standards, we still have a ways to go, right? They were saying 6 to 7 months at least, and we're not even 1 month out.
Yeah, no, this should not be the tsunami-ness of whatever would be occurring from the happening. Like, yes, no.
I don't know. I'm still not stressing it. I think if anything, it's not like disappointment. It's more of I'm looking for more of that getting out there and how do we get people going into this? I think I was excited when we seen the guy in Congress holding up the buy Bitcoin sign.
Yes.
It's like
moments. I did get a nice little fuzzy tingle when we read about the people in the protest. Like, it was all like, It's
like, right, getting the message out there to the people in a way that's not, wrapped in make a bunch of money or somehow dark web associated, or just the real message of let's have a financial revolution. These people can be in charge. We elected them. Yes, this and that. They can make these decisions, but they shouldn't have control of how the money is made.
Some of them are not
way
even,
that they do.
Yes, not even cryptocurrency. Half of them really are like, okay, I see a point, a purpose. Really? Okay, well, whatever. All right. Vengeance says, found your tipping me link. $5 lightning tip. We went and looked and made sure.
Yes, I went and checked the tipping me. There's like 10 Satoshis in it, and I set it back up on the Twitter, like posted it again.
Yes, because he was like, crap, I really haven't. So like, who knows, right? So we went and refreshed just to make sure.
I appreciate it, my friend. It means a lot to us. Getting out there, utilizing the network, right? Utilizing the Lightning Network definitely ensures it. And it's not that, oh, there's not that many Bitcoins, there's only this many channels. It's that the infrastructure is being built so that whenever we can get it, for these merchants to start accepting it. And the peer-to-peer transactions that Samantha's always looking for, where we're touching phones.
Touch phones.
That's when the Lightning Network it's going to go from infancy to the biggest network possible.
I don't know, because yes, like how we're saying that we think adoption, okay, but it needs to be a little bit of both, because if we're sitting here on our soapbox preaching Bitcoin and people can't do it as easy as it needs to be.
Well, I mean, when you see the price move by 5%, you got Coinbase holding 1 million Bitcoin and people can't access it. This is not a step in the right direction.
No.
You
know? It isn't like how we were making it. I mean, it is not a good thing that the likelihood of it working is now.
The comparison I would have in real life is we finish a detail. We need to charge the customer. They want to use their credit card. Squares down.
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
They don't let those things happen. You know what I mean? And the reason why is
happen.
because,
yes, we did have it happen.
Once, yes. It literally was just, yes, their whole thing was just kind of down. It didn't tell you anything, and it didn't let you buy or swipey. Satoshi James is here.
Satoshi James, thanks for joining us, my friend.
All right.
Well, that was about all I had to cover. I didn't write down a third topic tonight. I mean, I just thought I'd get out here. It had been a minute. My brother came in last night, so we were busy hanging out.
I even got an hour and a half more sleep than Eugene, and I'm still tired. I'm like that 8 to 10 hour person. Yeah, I need that much.
Looks like we got rain coming up this week, though, so hopefully we'll be able to get out here and give you some shows. I'm trying to see if I can't rig some sort of a cover for us, because that's how it is here in Florida, the rainy season when it gets hot.
Or the bus. We never know. We don't know. We're going to figure it out, though. If it rains, then we don't work, so we have to do this. I mean, come on now. That's the other reason why we can't do this. I know. Beaky is just going ridiculous, man. Well, I'm glad he's excited
to be on Bitcoin and Coffee.
I know, right? He's like, they're doing it. Ah! Yes, Beaky, we are doing it. It's awesome. They can all hear you. He's getting closer and closer to make sure that this is going to be accomplished. Like, if you can't hear him.
So do you guys got anything going on in that chat? Or are we going to go ahead and shut it down for the night? See who else is out there producing some videos tonight. We can continue to keep digging through that crypto space, finding out what's going on, what the newest information is. Because it does seem like the more you dig, the more you get into it. You can always find some sort of news in the cryptocurrency space to promote your individual line of thinking, right? If you think we're going up, you can find things to get you going that way. If you think we're going down, you can find things to get you going that way as well. So I just want to be positive. I know that I just trying to shoot to not be so optimistic that I think I'm going to be rich, right? Because that's usually the first part where you screwed up. You're expecting it to do something for you. And really, the first question you should be asking yourself is, what can you give? That's when you receive the most, right? That's when you receive the most.
Josh says, how high do you think an on-chain BTC tax fee will be in 3 years in dollar terms? Oh, Joshua.
I mean, you can still send for a couple Satoshis.
You can. If you are patient,
3
you
years
can do lots
ago,
of things.
We could still send for a couple Satoshis.
Yeah.
So if we don't get adoption, I can still see it. I can see it be a couple Satoshis. If we get adoption, then we probably won't be using the mainnet anymore. We'll probably all be on Lightning Network, right? Transacting in a sense where we're waiting 10 minutes and it being settled on mainnet would be a thing of nations, of companies.
Yes, that is more like the money transferness of like, yes. Because
But we would be
you don't
saying
get
more
it
than
the
3
same
years.
day.
We'd be saying 10 to 15 type deal. If things go according to plan.
Oh, Paul Rouleau is here.
Paul
Hi,
Rouleau,
Paul.
my friend, I'm glad that you could get out here, but I think we're getting ready to shut it down unless you guys got more questions, comments, all that kind of stuff. We're happy to be out here. I just don't really have any more on this piece of paper to talk about.
Oh my God, you're reading from a piece of paper. No. See, this is why there's a piece of paper. Oh, I can still Sammy sideways anything. All right. Now, Benton says, Josh, it would be pretty high, but I plan to use the main net like once a month. See, I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. It would be easier. It probably, yes, we probably will be using Lightning or one of Lightning's little baby somethings, whatever's. Yes.
It turns into a conundrum of a situation because, I mean, if the price of Bitcoin shoots up to $100,000, you know, what are you sending things for on the network?
Yes.
You know, what is the price of a Satoshi? Is it actually... Not every transaction is going to be like you want to pay $100 transaction. Well, how many Satoshis is that going to be? Are you really going to pay like 3 Satoshis to send $100, which is 100 Satoshis? You know, something silly like that.
I got you. The ratio is not really there.
Yeah, it doesn't work for micro purchases. It would be for contractual agreements where you have to settle. You know what I mean? Where you don't trust the other party. That's the whole point in the decentralized.
Yes.
Right. That's why it's a decentralized network where it's a push. You know, I voluntarily give this to you. Did you receive it? Okay, well, now we are both in agreement that I have sent to you and you have received. And everyone else can see that.
Can they now? Really? Bitcoin Jake is here.
Bitcoin
Hello.
Jake, I'm glad that you're here, my friend. Hit the thumbs up if you guys are joining us, our videos.
Oh, he says he's been working on a library, LBRY, Chrome extension. Man, you're so smart. Whatever, Jake. At least we like noodles together, okay? I don't... I mean, trust me, all I could do is clicky like 5 buttons grand total. When we took just for shits and giggles, we took a typing test and I was like 25 words a minute or something. Okay, it was absolutely horrible. Oh man, but I can write by hand like a fiend. All right, we're good.
All right.
This is what happens when I'm sleep deprived.
All right, you guys. I'm glad that you come out here and join us for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. It's fantastic that you guys keep getting out here, hitting the thumbs up, sharing this video out, taking time to comment in the chat, and let us know what you guys are thinking about the cryptocurrency space. This is how we do it. You know, this is the best answer and thought that I've come up with. I mean, I'm not the smartest person, but I put a lot of thought into this. And all we can really do is keep talking about it honestly and openly. I want to get in Bitcoin because I want to change the world. I want to know why you got into Bitcoin. I want to know how we can use Bitcoin to help get other people into Bitcoin, because once we're all in it, Bitcoin will work for everybody in the way that it's intended. Because right now the dollar bill doesn't work for anyone except for the people at the top that make the printer, have the printer, and stand next to the printer, right? I happen to be really far from it. I think you guys are far from it, so you guys understand what I'm saying. So let's just try to tell everyone about this stuff. Let's get Bitcoin in their hands. It's really not that hard. It's really basic. It's all the other stuff that makes it complicated, right? Trying to get rich, trying to leverage, trying to get institutional investors involved, trying to understand if China is controlling 60%, trying to see if this country is doing this, trying to understand if the US is going to come in with regulations. None of that matters. We make the regulations. We make the decisions. The masses do. Right, they're proving that right now out in the streets all over the place. We choose who's in charge. It's just a matter of toleration. So we can change it.
Bitcoin Jake says that he says, oh, okay, here, big flex. I was emailing with Hash Brown from Team Hodl last night.
Ooh.
Man, I want to hate our friend, but I think that it's like I can't because it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
How can you hate people that are cooler than you?
I
Right?
know,
It's
that's
like
the
I'm
whole
lucky to be
point.
part of the group.
So,
All right,
like,
guys.
oh man,
Thanks
you
for
guys are
letting me
gonna let
hang
me?
out.
Yeah, can you dumpsplain, please?
I hope you guys have a great evening.
Wait, Paul Rulo gave us a $20 super chat.
Paul Rulo, that's amazing, my friend. I super appreciate it. As always, you guys, we're going to try to utilize it. We're going to try to find a way to help get out there and spread the word of Bitcoin. I know that you guys are doing everything you can too as well, right?
We love you guys.
You guys have been in this game long enough to know how it goes. Don't listen to the nonsense. Don't listen to the noise. Red flags are apparent by now. Let's go for the long haul, right? We're going to run the ball all the way down the field this year.
Goal!
All right. Later, guys. Have a great one. And remember to keep that BTC safe.
Bye, guys.